I really appreciate you having me here today. Before I dive in, I wanted to ask a couple questions to help better understand your business. What year was the company actually established? 1969. Okay, great. And for this, are you the only decision maker for the benefits? Okay, awesome. John, on average, how many employees work more than 28 hours a week? 10, okay. Of those 10, how many have been here for more than at least 12 months? 9, okay, fantastic. So, John, let me ask, do you offer health insurance for your employees? Okay. What company do you use for that? Blue Cross Blue Shield. Fantastic. John, with Blue Cross Blue Shield, by chance, do you know the deductible or max out of pocket for that? Okay, very normal, not most people do. When is your renewal date for your health insurance? January 1st, very typical. John, thank you for that. Outside of that, do you offer any supplemental benefits for your employees? Okay, what company do you do that through? Aflac, very familiar. And John, on average, what would you say your employee participation is for that? About 40%. No problem. Outside of the Aflac, do you offer any group life insurance? You do not. Okay, great. John, do you do payroll in-house or is that outsourced? In-house? Okay, great. Who takes care of that for you guys? Sherry? Okay, no problem at all. Awesome. John, just so you know right up front, Liberty National typically sees about a 60% participation rate with our products. And with you guys doing some different things like Aflac, our goal is not to replace anything they're currently doing for you. Instead, just enhance their current benefit package with some things that no other company offers. So, John, let me ask, what do you know about Liberty National? Nothing at all. Okay, well, I'm glad I can be able to show you a couple of different things. So, John, Liberty National has been serving the working class American since 1900. What that means is we've weathered many storms financially, many health crises as well, but we've still been here serving our clients. So I want to share a little bit more about that with you. A little bit about who Liberty National is. We have local offices nationwide. What that means is that I'm going to be the one taking care of everything for you as far as questions, comments, concerns, claims. Anything you guys need, you'll call me directly. Won't be calling a home office or a 1-800 number. The Globe Life companies have more policyholders than any other life insurance company in the country. That is something that we are extremely proud of. This right here, John, this is our top financial strength ratings, kind of like the report card that we take home to mom. But we do have an A+ superior with the AM Best for more than 40 consecutive years. We also have an A+ with the Better Business Bureau, which we've been a member and accredited since 1952. And we're also on the Ward's Top 50 Life and Health list. So, moving forward, let me ask John, are you a sports fan? No? Okay. Well, the only reason that I ask is because Globe Life Liberty National is actually the official life insurance sponsor for the Texas Rangers. You may have seen our new Globe Life field during the World Series. Brand new, something we're very proud of. We're also the official life insurance sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys, which is, of course, personally my favorite team, not biased or anything. And then we are a proud partner of the FC Dallas soccer team as well. So, John, a little bit more about what we do. At no cost, we help employers to attract and retain employees with much needed benefits that no other company offers. This is going to help the employees protect those they care about most, such as their families. And this is going to help you and the employees save valuable tax dollars through purchasing pre-tax products. A little bit about how Liberty National is different. We offer a unique life benefit that no other company offers. This is what we're most proud of. This is really what put Liberty National on the map. We do work with a needs-based approach, so there's no over-purchasing. We don't want to make anyone insurance poor. only things that could be a want or a need for them and their families. And then we also provide 2 no-cost introductory offers for every single employee that you have on staff, just to thank them for sitting down with us, and it'll add some value to your position whenever we do speak with them as well. A little bit about what those 2 no-cost introductory offers are. The very first one, it's an accidental death coverage. Accidental injury is the 3rd leading cause of death in the United States. So to combat that, we provide $3,000 in coverage for every employee that you have, $3,000 in coverage for their spouse, and then $1,000 in coverage per dependent child in the household. Also at no cost, we provide a no-cost discount card. This does give your employees access to a national network with thousands of local providers, but it will give them discounts on vision and hearing, prescription drugs, and chiropractic care. We focus on these because sometimes these are not covered under major medical plans. With these discounts, it will range from 10 to 85% for the no-cost discount card. As I mentioned, John, both of these come to every single employee, no matter what, just to thank them for working here for you, okay? Moving on to the needs-based approach that we had talked about just a little bit earlier. Whenever we sit down with your employees, we're gonna ask them a couple questions. John, if you don't mind answering as if you were your average employee. So, John, if your average employee passed away, do you think they would have the funds available for final expenses, 6 to 12 months of income replacement, maybe even paying off the mortgage? No. That's the answer that I typically hear. That's normal. And on the second part of this, if your average employee were by chance to suffer from cancer, heart attack, stroke, or a serious accident, do you think they would have the money there to mitigate stress, push the bills forward, the car payment, the insurance, maybe even just keep food on the table for them and their families? No. Once again, that's typically what we hear. So let me show you what we do to combat some of those things to help out you and your employees, John. This is the unique life benefit that I was telling you about. If nothing else, this is really what I want you to hear the most about. This is the most permanent form of life insurance available on the market today, okay? This is our group term life insurance. John, let me ask, do you know how term life insurance works? Okay, just as a refresher, typically 5, 10, or 20-year terms. People get locked in at their current age. They'll pay that premium for the length of the term. However, when that length of the term is up, it gets renewed on current age and current health. At that point, that's when things can turn expensive for your folks. So the difference with our unique life benefit, our group term life, this provides them coverage until they turn 100 years of age, but they have the paid up option at 65. So you take that same person that gets grandfathered in, locked in at the age they're at, they would pay that premium until they're 65 years old. Once they're 65, they no longer owe on the policy, but they're still covered for the same face amount until they turn 100 years of age, okay? The great thing about this policy, as well as all of our other policies, this is portable. So whenever the employee quits, gets fired, or retires for any reason, the policy continues with them. However, the premium never increases and the benefit amount never decreases. So it's truly portable. As we talked about, the pre-tax benefit, this is going to allow your employees to save valuable tax dollars by purchasing their first $50,000 of coverage on a pre-tax basis. Does this make sense, John? Awesome. One last thing that I like to add here, our premiums are based on age and age only. That's the only thing that determines how much they're paying for the policy, okay? Moving on to some of the living benefits that we have available, John, the number one cause of personal bankruptcy filing in the United States is medical debt. So we have a cancer policy. We actually call it our cancer endurance policy. As you can see here, if you know anyone with cancer, friends or family, you may know this as well. But according to the American Cancer Society, 1 in 3 people will be affected by cancer at some time in their life. So what we do to help that, we have a scheduled benefit plan available with no lifetime maximum, okay? So with the first occurrence benefit, this is gonna pay out $3,500 directly to your employee upon first written diagnosis of cancer. With the chemotherapy and radiation, that's gonna pay up to $500 per day with a no lifetime limit. With the hospital confinement, the first 90 days confined to the hospital, it pays $250 per day. 90 and beyond, it's a full $600 per day. And with the transportation, this is for them and a loved one up to 6 times a year, anywhere in the country outside of 100 miles from their home address. With this cancer policy, it's the same idea, John. They get locked in at their age, the premium never changes, it's a portable policy so they can take it when they leave for any reason, and it's also a pre-tax benefit. The whole point of this policy right here, this is a supplemental policy. What that means, if cancer were to strike and your employees were out of work, traveling, they were sick, they're not receiving income to pay their bills, this is meant to supplement their income in a time of need. Whenever the doctors are telling you to mitigate stress, we know that most of the stress is caused and derived from finances. One last thing I'll hit on, with the no lifetime maximum, if cancer were to ever strike and go into remission, come back a second or a third time, metastasize, whatever that may be, this policy will continue to pick up and continue paying out like it never left. That's the biggest benefit of the no lifetime maximum, is these will continue to pay out for their entire life, no matter what, as long as the premiums are paid on the policy. Okay. Moving forward to our critical illness policy, heart disease is the #1 killer worldwide and stroke ranks second. Even when these conditions don't result in death, they cause disability and diminish quality of life. So with our critical illness policy, John, an American will suffer from a heart attack every 40 seconds, and an American will suffer from a stroke every 40 seconds. So with this policy, it focuses on stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, and major organ transplant. This allows your employees an opportunity for $10,000 to $50,000 on a one-time lump sum benefit payable for both the critical illness and the cancer policies. So if someone were to have stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, or a major organ transplant upon written diagnosis, it would give them a check between $10,000 and $50,000 for whatever amount they chose. Same idea as the cancer, it's a supplemental policy, so it's meant to pay your employees directly in a time of need. Last but not least, one of my personal favorites and also a client favorite outside of our life insurance is our Accident Protector Max. This provides coverage for the entire family on and off the job 24 hours a day. So no matter whether they get hurt while they're at work or while they're off the job at home doing a hobby, it would pay out. But just like the living benefits, John, this pays cash directly to the insured. All that we ask is that the employee seeks medical treatment within 48 hours of an accident to receive payout on this. As long as they are receiving treatment from a licensed physician, this will pay out for them. When they seek treatment within 48 hours, we pay them the emergency treatment up to $500. If they confine to the hospital for 24 hours, we provide them with an additional $1,000. With the daily hospital confinement, this will pay $150 to $500 per day. This starts on day 2 and will pay up to 26 weeks of hospital confinement. The first year it starts at $150, 3 years is the max for the $500 payout. And with the hospital intensive care, this is going to be 2 times the daily hospitalization benefit. So $300 to $1,000, once again, just based on how long they've had the policy. The first year would be $300. The third year they would be at the $1,000 maximum. John, Liberty National does have a quick claims option if that is easier for your employees. I always make sure and ask them to contact me directly because they deal directly with me, as we talked about, for every single thing as far as their policies, questions, comments, concerns, and even claims. The very last thing that I like to hit on with this one, John, another reason why our clients love this, everything else that we talked about has been based on age and age only. This policy for an individual is a flat $3 a week, and if they're doing it as a family plan, it's a flat $6 a week. So they seem to always love that. John, how it all works, what I'd like to do, we meet with each of your employees for a few minutes. We do provide each of them with the 2 no-cost introductory offers that we spoke about, the no-cost discount card and the accidental death benefit. We will complete the needs analysis, determine any wants or needs for them and their family for the policies that we have, and then we're going to offer protection for those with needs. All that we ask is that for the employees that want to protect their families, you allow them to deduct the premium from the payroll so that way you and the employees can both enjoy the tax savings. So, John, I have some time available on Tuesday in the morning at 8 a.m. or Thursday in the afternoon at 2 p.m. I'd love to bring you guys breakfast or lunch, whichever works best for you, to kind of cater to you and your employees. So, John, would mornings or afternoons work best for me to come speak with your folks?